7 times your silence is more powerful than any word. What if the most devastating response you could give is nothing at all? Most people believe that power is loud, that strength means speaking up, that silence is what the weak choose when they have nothing to say. But Marcus Aurelius, emperor of the most powerful empire in human history, believed something entirely different. He believed that silence was not the absence of power. It was the purest form of it. Today we are going to look at 7 situations where your silence will always be more powerful than anything you could possibly say. 7 situations. 7 moments where the world will test you. And 7 times where the strongest thing you can do is say absolutely nothing. 1. When you are angry. The first situation is the one most of us know best. You are angry. Something has happened that feels deeply unfair, and everything inside you is burning to respond. Here is what Marcus Aurelius wrote in his private journal. Words he never intended for anyone else to read. How much more grievous are the consequences of anger than the causes of it? The damage your anger creates is always greater than what triggered it. When you speak from anger, you say things you cannot unsay. You reveal things you cannot hide again. You hand your opponent a weapon, and they will use it. The Stoic move? Go completely still. Breathe once, and let the anger pass through you like weather. Because that is all it is. Weather. It came, and it will go. But what you say in anger stays forever. 2. When you are insulted. Someone insults you. Maybe in public. Maybe in front of people whose opinion matters to you. And every instinct tells you to defend yourself. But here is the truth about insults that most people never grasp. An insult only lands if you let it. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If someone succeeds in provoking you, realize that your mind has been complicit in the provocation." Think about what that means. They cannot insult you without your permission. When you respond to an insult, you confirm it touched you. When you stay silent, you make them question whether their words reached you at all. Your silence does not say you have nothing to say. Your silence says their words were not worth your breath. And that is the most devastating thing you can communicate. 3. When you are winning. This one surprises people. When things are going well, when you are ahead, when you are winning. Most people feel the urge to announce it, to let people know, to celebrate loudly. But Marcus Aurelius, at the height of his power, chose a different path. He wrote, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. Stop talking about what you are doing. Just do it, and let the results speak. Because the person who announces their victories before they are complete is the same person who hands their competition exactly what they need to catch up. Win quietly. Build in silence. Let your results arrive louder than your words ever could." 4. When rumors spread about you. People are talking about you, saying things that are not true, and everything in you wants to correct the record, to explain yourself, to make sure people know the truth. But here is what Marcus Aurelius understood about rumors. Responding to them gives them oxygen. He wrote, "The opinion of 10,000 men is of no value, if none of them know anything of the subject." When you chase a rumor with a denial, you make it look like it matters to you. You make it look like it might be true. But silence? Silence is the highest form of contempt. It says these words are not worth my attention. Let your life be the answer, not your words. The storm always passes, The tree that stood still is always still standing. 5. When arguing with fools. Not every argument deserves your participation. Not every provocation deserves a response. Not every person in front of you is worth your reasoning. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Never waste your time trying to explain yourself to people who are committed to misunderstanding you." This is perhaps the hardest form of silence to choose, because it feels like losing. It feels like letting them win. But consider this: when you argue with someone who is not listening, who has already decided, you are not having a conversation. You are performing for an audience that has already written the review. The wisest response to a fool is a closed mouth, not because you have nothing to say, but because your words deserve a worthy listener. 6. When an apology feels fake. Someone apologizes to you, but something is wrong. The words are there, but the weight is not. You can feel it. And now you face a choice. Accept the apology loudly and pretend everything is resolved. Or say nothing and let the silence hold what words cannot. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Confine yourself to the present." He was not saying forgive easily. He was saying do not perform forgiveness you do not feel. Silence in this moment is not coldness. It is honesty. It says, "I heard you." But words alone do not restore what actions broke. Your silence communicates something no speech can, that you have standards, and you are watching, not with anger, but with clarity. 7. When your next move matters most. This is the most strategic silence of all. The silence before your next move. Before the decision that will change everything. Before you speak the words that cannot be unspoken. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Think of yourself as dead. You have lived your life. Now take what's left and live it properly." That is a man who understood the weight of each moment, who understood that words spoken too soon betray plans not yet ready, reveal strategies not yet complete, close doors not yet meant to close. The greatest leaders in history, the greatest strategists, the greatest builders, they all shared one discipline. They knew when not to speak. They knew that the right silence, at the right moment, changes everything that comes after it. 7 situations. 7 times the world will test you. When you are angry, when you are insulted, when you are winning, when rumors spread, when fools provoke, when apologies ring hollow, and when your next move will define you. In every single one, the most powerful thing you can do is nothing at all. Marcus Aurelius did not build his legacy with loud words. He built it with disciplined silence, with patience that outlasted every storm, with a stillness so complete that even his enemies could not find a way in. That is the Stoic way, and it can be your way too. One silence at a time. If this reached something in you, stay with us. There is much more to come.